What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be discussing the Oscar nominations, my predictions, and who I hope wins. Now, granted, today was supposed to be the Hannahcast Movie Awards. I'm sorry, it's probably gonna have to come to like next week or something because my God, there was I've been busy. I've been really busy. Man, I don't even know why I'm having the hiccups as of right now. Nope, still got the hiccups. But yeah, we're gonna be discussing uh final Oscar predictions and Oscar hopes. Now granted, like I said in my previous video, I am not watching the Oscars this year because I feel like the Oscars have had too many ridiculous controversies as of recently. Hell, I mean, fuck, I might as well, bring it up here. But it's like between, there's just so many things wrong here, with the not Oscar nominations, but like Oscar, controversies this year. It's like it's no, like they've completely lost their way this year. Let me just bring it up. Where is it? It should be here and boink. Yeah. Yeah. All this garbage here is just ridiculous. Now, granted, one of these things is that Rachel Zegler is now going to be presenting at the Oscars, but just know that the only reason why she's there now is because of internet outrage. Because had nobody said a thing, because if you don't know the story, she did, Rachel Zegler, who is the star of one of the Best Picture nominees this year, West Side Story, she didn't get an invite to the Oscars. And not only did she not get an invite, she even went out of her way to reach out and say, I think you might have something wrong here. I didn't get an invite to the Oscars. And they still didn't let her in. They still didn't invite her. No, go away. And it wasn't until there was a bunch of internet backlash and outrage to where it was like, oh, so you know, it was like, so you only caved in and let her in once everyone got on your ass about it. And I'm talking to the Oscars here. And what's even weirder is that another thing that's actually not on this list, which was something that came up new relative to this, was that some of the presenters include people like Tony Hawk and Shaun White and some other athlete. And I'm just like, this is the Academy Awards. This is for film, not for not for sports people. At the very least, I mean, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant at least won an Oscar. At least, he was an Oscar winner. And shit, I wouldn't, you know what? If LeBron James was invited to the Oscars, that would make more sense than people like Shaun White and Tony Hawk. Because LeBron James has been actively trying to get into Hollywood. And, regardless of, whether or not you like Space Jam: A New Legacy or liked him in it, he was the star of that movie, and it was a big Warner Brothers release, so it's like... So I'm just at least LeBron James would have at least made more sense. I mean, I don't know if I'd have him on the Oscars, but I mean, he would make more sense than Shaun White. In all respect to Shaun White, I don't know anything about. I mean, the only thing I know about Shaun White is that he snowboards, and with Tony Hawk, literally the only movies I've seen him in were the Jackass movies as himself. So it's I don't know. But yeah, among all these other stupid controversies, I'm just not gonna watch the Oscars this year, and I hope they have the worst ratings possible so that they realize, maybe we shouldn't have done this. Maybe we should have kept to our core audience. of actual movie fans. And it's just, yeah. But regardless, uh, I don't have any qualms really with the. But like that's like I mean, but like those complaints are from like the high end of like the Academy. Like with when it comes to the actual awards themselves, it's that's a completely different story. So I will talk about the nominees and the who I hope wins. Because I'll check out who wins afterwards, but I'm just not going to watch the Oscars this year. So in any case, let's take a look at the categories one by one. All right, international feature film. The nominees are Drive My Car, Flee, Hand of God, Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom, and The Worst Person in the World. Now, granted, I've seen only 3 of these. I've seen Drive My Car, Flee, and The Worst Person in the World. So I can't give two. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I'm hoping Flee wins, but I mean, we all know Drive My Car is going to win because it's the Best Picture nominee, of course. I mean, and if it didn't win, that would make no sense, honestly. But I love Drive My Car, love Flee. I liked The Worst Person in the World, but I didn't love it. So, yeah. Now we get to documentary feature. This is where things, get kind of funny here. Let me just go on here. Ascension, Attica, Flee, Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised, and Writing with Fire. I've literally only seen Flee out of these. And I'm probably going to watch Summer of Soul tonight. But, so I can't really give a real opinion on who I think should win, but I know for a fact Summer of Soul is winning. Like, it's been, it has been dominating, like, documentary awards and whatnot, so, yeah. Documentary short subject. Again, I've seen none of these, but maybe The Queen of Basketball. I've heard some things about that, but again, I take that with a grain of salt. Live action short film. Oh, man. I don't know. Really, I don't quite know. I'm just going. Let me see who the front runner is. I mean, probably don't take this as a real, prediction. I don't know, but I'm just gonna see who the front runner right now is on Gold Derby. The Long Goodbye. So it's looking like Riz Ahmed is gonna take his first Oscar. So yeah, live animated short film. Again, I've heard none. I've seen none of these. Although from what I've heard, Robin is a front runner, and it's like from Aardman, the same studio that did like Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit. That wouldn't surprise me. Now we get to the categories where I have a little bit more information on that I can actually comment on. Animated feature film, Encanto, Flee, Luca, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and Raya and the Last Dragon. I'll tell you who I want to win. I want desperately for The Mitchells vs. the Machines to win. But it's not. It's going to be Encanto. Now, the thing, because here's the weird thing. Like, I've noticed a bit of a divide between Encanto and The Mitchells vs. the Machines. The Mitchells vs. the Machines seems to have more critic support and more animation industry support, considering it won the top honors at the Annie Awards, and it won Best Animated Feature at the Critics' Choice Awards. But in terms of the overall film industry, who are the people voting for the Oscars, Encanto's been winning, like it's won the BAFTA, it's won the Producers Guild of America award, it's won the Golden Globe. I mean, even though granted, hell, The Mitchells vs. Machines wasn't even nominated for the Golden Globe. So in terms of the overall film industry, I think they have more. I think Encanto has more support there. Although I would love it if there was this big upset where it's like, holy shit, The Mitchells vs. the Machines won. I'd love that. Don't get me wrong, I love Encanto, but I loved Mitchell's more. So yeah. And do I anything? Oh yeah. I know Flea's not gonna win there, but I do. I will say I did love Flea. I've seen all of these actually. So yeah, Mitchell's vs. the Machines. Then this is how I'd rank them from best to worst. Mitchell's vs. the Machines, then Flea, then Encanto, then Ryan the Last Dragon, then Luca. Like I liked Ryan the Last Dragon, but I didn't love it, and I just didn't really care for Luca all that much, to be honest. So yeah. Best Original Song, Be Alive from King Richard, Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, Down to Joy from Belfast, No Time to Die from No Time to Die, and Somehow You Do from Four Good Days. If I'm not mistaken on Gold Derby, it's pretty close between Dos Oruguitas and No Time to Die, although I don't know how it's that close because No Time to Die has been sweeping all the awards. Like, it won the Critics' Choice. It won the Critics' Choice for Best Original Song and won the Golden Globe for Best Original Song. I keep forgetting. I think last year it won a Grammy for Best Original Song, or like for Best Song in a Film, or whatever that category is called. I don't know, but I fully expect No Time to Die to win here. And out of these nominees, I would pick No Time to Die. So there's that. The next one is Best Original Score. Don't Look Up, music by Nicholas Britell. Dune, music by Hans Zimmer. Encanto, music by Jermaine Franco. Parallel Mothers, music by Alberto Iglesias. And The Power of the Dog, music by Johnny Greenwood. At first, it seemed like it was going to be kind of tough between Dune and The Power of the Dog in terms of predicting, but the more and more award season has played out, the more it's looking like Hans Zimmer's going to get his first Oscar, his second Oscar since The Lion King. And what makes it, what makes it, like, the sucky part of this is that original score is one of the categories that's been cut from the live show of the Oscars and going to be revealed first on Twitter. So, yeah, we're not going to see that first genuine reaction from Hans Zimmer, which is a real fucking shame. But yeah, Dune would easily be my pick as well. Like, what Hans Zimmer did for Dune is like he helped create an entire world with the music. Hell, I could literally picture the film in my like the the world in my head hearing that music. It was incredible. Best Sound, Belfast, Dune, No Time to Die, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. Now, keep in mind, this is combining sound editing and sound mixing, so it makes it tougher because, this makes it tougher for my personal pick. So, yeah. But, however, if, in terms of predicting, I would easily say that Dune has this in the bag. It easily has this. Although if I'm going by my personal choice, I'd probably say No Time to Die. Like, the sound in that movie is, oh god. But again, it's also tough because Dune also had some really great sounds. But that's the problem when you combine sound editing and sound mixing. It's like, which one do you prioritize in terms of the film? So yeah. So yeah, Belfast, Dune, No Time to Die, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. I think my prediction is Dune. Despite my hopes of No Time to Die, I think it's going to be Dune that takes it. Although, granted, I'm not going to complain at all if once Dune takes it. Like, that movie had some great sound and probably the best. I'll say that for later. Best visual effects. Ooh, this is my category. Ooh, this is my favorite category in the Oscars. We have Dune, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I will say, admittedly, I underestimate. Now, granted, okay, well, I'm just going to tell you who's going to win and who should win Dune. It's good. If any category were a lock this year, like, if any category was, like, a lock from the start, it was Dune winning Best Visual Effects. Everyone knows like, once it was announced that Dune, that Denis Villeneuve was going to be doing Dune, everyone knew that it was going to win Best Visual Effects. Especially since, like, his last film, Blade Runner 2049, already took home Best Visual Effects. And this is supposed to be an even more visual effects heavy film. So, yeah, no shit. It's going to be Dune. That being said, and my choice would be Dune too. But I will say, back a few weeks ago when the Oscar nomination, like when I was talking about the best visual effects race, I initially said Dune. I don't think No Time to Die deserves a nomination, because the effects were like because basically my thing is like because the movie has quote unquote invisible effects now. Now here's a couple things you got to keep in mind here. Just because a movie has invisible effects doesn't mean I think they're bad. No, from what I saw back then, they were good. But did I think they were Oscar worthy? Not really. But what I will say, I still don't think I would nominate this movie for best visual effects. But I still don't think I would nominate it for best visual effects. But I don't have a but now I no longer have a problem with it getting nominated for best visual effects because let me just find it here. The reason why I didn't think it deserved a visual effects nomination is because I saw the breakdown from Double Negative or DNEG, and to be fair, their effects in No Time to Die were not bad. They were pretty good. But it was more the basic stuff, like basic set extensions. You know, there was like a plane scene, even though the plane didn't look all that great. But it was more or less like basic stuff that we've kind of seen before, and I feel like a movie needs to be more groundbreaking to be nominated for best visual effects. However, at that time, and until today, I hadn't seen what some of the other visual effects studios did for this film, like Industrial Light and Magic and Framestore. And the reason why I bring that up, I wonder if I can pull this up. Ooh. I wonder if I can, yeah, here we go. Yeah. If you'll look at my Twitter right here, just go to my Twitter, at Mr. C. Hannah. You will see that I discovered that there were some, like, a couple of other little breakdowns and whatnot from ILM and Framestore. And the reason why I say this is because these visual effects, like, for example, let's go to Framestore real quick. I'm gonna turn off the video. I mean, the audio. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the audio because I'm gonna show you some of the crazy things that they did. Like, here's the one that Framestore did. Because there's some like car chases in this where some of the times they were like completely CGI. And I'll show you when. Like, for example, this right here. Apparently, these cars were CGI the entire time. And you're probably thinking, wait, what? No, to be fair, it's kind of weird. It's on a shot-by-shot basis, so it's kind of like hard to figure out. But I think it should show where. Like, where is it? Because I'm pretty sure it'll show this. Yeah, see? Look. That is really impressive. Yeah, and right here, they are completely CGI here. Like, that is crazy. That is insane. Like, I didn't notice that. Like, this is way more dynamic than, some simple CG backgrounds and whatnot. But even sometimes, like, the entire world would be CGI. Like, look at this. They had to replace all the grass here and added these trees, and it's just like, what? Like, that's crazy. And then there's this. Again, they pretty much had to pretty much reconstruct the entire ground and everything here. And if I wait, we're so, and that's something that even I never noticed. Now the reason why they had to replace the ground at times. Oh wait, CG cars. Wait, yeah, CG cars. All of them are CGI. That is crazy. And then there's also this one. What was it? This. I think they're about to show this one shot. Yeah, that right here. That is a CG car. And right here is a CGI car. And again, you wouldn't know that. I didn't know that. And then it gets even more insane because then you have something like what ILM did. And what they did for this was crazy in terms of CGI. Because there's tons of CGI here. Like for example, these bullet holes or whatnot on the car, they had to do so much like CGI for that. And the thing is, like, it's really, this shocked me because like that's something again I didn't think would be CGI. Also, this shot right here. Wait, no, that overhead shot. We're gonna come back to that because this is something that I thought was really cool. Where is it? Yeah, like there are some parts where like the entire thing, where like where there are like entire shots that are CGI, like this. This whole shot was, and keep in mind, this right here, like the smoke and the car are all CGI here, and it's nuts. Like that is just insane. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, this is way more dynamic than I initially thought it was. This is way more dynamic than I thought this was. So, yeah. Will I still probably nominate No Time to Die? Probably not. But I think I may regret not putting it on the short list for Best Visual Effects for the Hannahcast Movie Awards. But yeah, sorry I had to go on that tangent, but even then, Dune is still the rightful winner. It still deserves to win. But I just wanted to, come around and say that, No Time to Die's visual effects are a lot more impressive than I initially gave them credit for. And while I still wouldn't nominate No Time to Die, I don't have a problem with that anymore. So that's something. But yeah, I still wish Ghostbusters got in there. Makeup and hairstyling. We have coming to America, Cruella, Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. I'm almost for certain that The Eyes of Tammy Faye is going to win this, although my personal pick might be Coming to America. Then again, it might be Tammy Faye as well. I don't know. I have to really pick between those two, but in terms of the prediction, it's going to be The Eyes of Tammy Faye. What was it? Best costume design. We have Cruella, Cyrano, Dune, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. This is Cruella's category, easily. It's going to win. It deserves to win. Cruella had phenomenal costume designing. Just everything about the costumes in that film were just incredible. So yeah. Production design. We have Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. I think Dune's gonna win this. This is easily gonna be a Dune win here, and it should win, in my opinion. Best film editing, we have Don't Look Up, Dune, King Richard, The Power of the Dog, and Tick Tick Boom. This is where it's really tricky. Weirdly enough, out of all the categories to predict, for me, that I actually have a somewhat knowledge of, film editing is so hard to figure out here because we can't even use the BAFTAs as a metric here, trying to predict it, because in the BAFTAs, No Time to Die won Best Film Editing, but it's not nominated here in the Oscars. So that's hard to figure out. And in the actual editing, like the actual Editors Guild, I think it's the American Cinema Editors. Where is it? The American Cinema Editors. First let's go to because in the because I think there are quite a couple of nominees here. Wait, oh yeah, 2020s. All right, because for best edited feature film dramatic at the American Cinema Editors were oh shit. All right, well this is interesting. They didn't Wikipedia didn't update the thing. Okay, I'm going to rely solely on memory because if I'm not mistaken, I think the ACE award for edited dramatic film went to King Richard. I'm hoping I'm right here. And the one for comedy went to Tick Tick Boom. Even though Tick Tick Boom is not a comedy, so I don't know why it was nominated there to begin with. And it's not even comedy or musical, it's just comedy. So the category is just comedy, not comedy or musical. So I don't know why Tick Tick Boom is on there, but so yeah. So but here's what makes it tricky. In the Oscars, I think it's excruciatingly rare for a non-best picture nominee to win best film editing. And Tick Tick Boom is not nominated for Best Picture, so that makes it tough. I'm going to go on a limb here and say we will see history being made tomorrow, and say that Tick Tick Boom is going to win, and I think out of these nominees, it would also be my pick to win. If not, I think we may actually see King Richard win. Or the Dune could win too, but because we also got to keep in mind, unlike the ACE, where in that award show, where in those awards, it's completely voted on by film editors. In the Oscars, everybody votes for the winners. So the majority of people voting for this category are not film editors. But I think Tick Tick Boom's editing probably sticks out a lot more than the other ones. Then we get to Best Cinematography, which weirdly enough are the exact same nominees for Best Production Design. We have Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. My pick here would be easily West Side Story, but Dune's gonna take it. I think Dune's gonna take it. Could there be a chance for The Power of the Dog to take it? There's a chance. It won the Critics' Choice Award for that, but I don't know. I think Dune has more industry support. So yeah. Best Actress in a Supporting Role, we have Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, Judi Dench for Belfast, Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog, and Anjanou Ellis for King Richard. This is easily going to be Ariana DeBose's win. She's been cleaning up awards season ever since the Globes this year, so she's going to win. Sorry, I have to make, I gotta make sure, my voice doesn't sound dry. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, we have Sirian Hines for Belfast, Troy Kotsur for Coda, Jesse Plemons for The Power of the Dog, J.K. Simmons for Being the Ricardos, and Cody Smith McPhee for The Power of the Dog. I think Troy Kotsur is going to win this. Initially, when I did my first, you know, reaction to the Oscar nominees. I said Cody Smith McPhee's going to win this. But that was before the winners were announced for the Critics' Choice Awards, the SAG Awards, and the BAFTAs. And ever since then, Troy Kotsur has been sweeping them. And I'm like, okay, so he's going to win this. I truly think he's going to win this. My pick. Oh, I should also mention my pick for Best Actress in a Supporting Role out of these nominees would be Ariana DeBose. What was the cat? Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah. Actor in a supporting role. I think the winner is going to be easily Troy Kotsur. Although I'm not gonna lie, I might go for Cody Smith McPhee here, but I'm not gonna complain at all if it's Troy Kotsur. Then again, just like supporting actress, I'll save that for later. Best Actress in a Leading Role, we have Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer. I think Jessica Chastain is taking this. Now, granted, there were some anonymous Oscar voters saying, like, a lot of them saying Penelope Cruz. I don't know if that's a good metric, though. I really think, I don't know. I just don't think, cherry picking a few names is going, like cherry picking a few Oscar voters, anonymous Oscar voters, is going to truly tell us who's going to win which role, which category. I think this will be Jessica Chastain winning. I think it will be her. I mean, because again, she won the SAG Award, she won the Critics' Choice Award, she won the BAFTA. I think she won the BAFTA. No, wait. No, I forgot. She didn't win the BAFTA because none of these actresses were nominated for the BAFTA for Best Leading Actress. So really, we kind of only have to go by the Critics' Choice Awards, which voted for her, the SAG Awards that voted for Jessica Chastain, but at the same time, the Golden Globes voted for Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Penelope Cruz. I think it's going to be Jessica Chastain. I just don't, because I haven't seen that much buzz for Penelope Cruz. Now, the one I hope wins, I'm hoping it's Kristen Stewart for Spencer. If you've not seen Spencer, she plays Princess Diana of Wales. And good God, she nails this. Like that was she completely transformed into the role of Princess Diana. So yeah. Best Actor in a Leading Role, we have Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom, Will Smith for King Richard, and Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth. And apparently it actually is pronounced Denzel Washington, not Denzel. He has actually said that it's pronounced Denzel. I don't get it, but, that's how his name is pronounced, so I'm just going to try to say it that way. Denzel. Initially, I was still kind of unsure if Will Smith was really going to win this because we've seen some Oscar frontrunners before. Look at last year. Chadwick Boseman. Everybody knew Chadwick Boseman was going to win the Oscar for Best Lead Actor for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Everyone knew he was going to win. Because, he won the Golden Globe. He won the SAG Award. He won the Critics' Choice Award. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, Anthony Hopkins beat him for his performance in The Father. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I do think, don't get me wrong, Chadwick Boseman was phenomenal in what was it called? In Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. But I thought Anthony Hopkins was even better. Like, he was stupid good in that film. So I was kind of the reason why I was kind of waiting on the whole Will Smith thing was because yes, he won the Will Smith won the Golden Globe, he won the Critics' Choice Award, and he won the SAG Award just like Chadwick Boseman did. But I was looking to the BAFTAs. what would the BAFTAs say? Because last year's BAFTAs, what made me really think Chadwick Boseman was probably not going to win this, or at least made me go, I don't think it's as locked as everyone says it is when Anthony Hopkins beat Chadwick Boseman for Best Lead Actor at the BAFTAs. And I was like, And then sure enough, history repeated itself at the Oscars. So now we got the Oscars. And this year's BAFTAs. And Will Smith won Best Lead Actor. And so now that Will Smith has won Best Lead Actor at the BAFTAs, I think he's got it for Best Lead Actor at the Oscars. However, Andrew Garfield was not nominated for the BAFTA for Best Lead Actor. And if anyone was going to threaten Will Smith for the Oscar for Best Lead Actor, it's probably going to be Andrew Garfield. So I still think Will Smith is going to win this, but let's keep an eye out for Andrew Garfield. Now, who do I hope wins? Honestly, Denzel Washington for the tragedy of Macbeth. Like, his performance as Macbeth shook me to my core. I'm not even kidding. Like, I didn't even like the tragedy of Macbeth all that much, if I'm being honest. Like, I couldn't understand a single thing anyone was saying, because I feel like I honestly kind of feel like Ethan Coen, was it Ethan Coen or Joel Coen who directed and wrote this film? Actually, no, he didn't even write this, because the reason why I say he didn't even really write this is because there's not really any kind of adaptation. This is literally, like, the tragedy of Macbeth on Apple TV+, the screenplay is word for word exactly what William Shakespeare wrote. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because, since there's no adaptation being done, I can't, that means the exact same, way of talking, that was being said, I honestly could not understand anything. Like I could not understand enough of what the characters were talking about. I feel like there needed to be more adaptation there. But regardless of that, even though I didn't understand anything that Denzel Washington was saying, I mean, I felt what he was saying. Again, this is one of the best performances I've seen in years. Probably the best lead actor performance I've seen since maybe Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything. This is that good. So yeah. But I think Will Smith is winning, although because again, he won the BAFTA. And if he won the BAFTA, then, I think he's clear. But I will also admit, Andrew Garfield didn't get nominated for the BAFTA, and how would have things turned out if Garfield got nominated for the BAFTA? Who knows? Then we get to adapted screenplay. We get Coda, Drive My Car, Dune, The Lost Daughter, and The Power of the Dog. My prediction, I believe, is Coda. It's been getting a lot of buzz over at the BAFTAs and the Writers Guild of America, so that bodes well for it. My pick, though, for Best Adapted Screenplay might actually be Dune, mainly because, what the characters did say was pretty cool, but also, the way the screenplay describes the visuals, I love that. But, yeah, out of all these, I think Coda's going to win. I think Coda's going to win this. My pick would be Dune, but I'm not going to complain over Coda winning, because Coda had some great screenplay. Had a great screenplay. Original screenplay, we have Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. Okay, remember why I said the film editing was really hard to figure out? Original screenplay is also really hard to figure out, because everything is so, I think it's really between three movies. It's between Belfast, Don't Look Up, and Licorice Pizza. Because Belfast won the Golden Globe for Best Screenplay, in which it beat both Don't Look Up and Licorice Pizza. And keep in mind, at the Golden Globes, they combine original and adapted screenplay into one screenplay category, so that makes it kind of tough. But at the same time, critics groups aren't usually the most accurate when it comes to predicting screenplay. It's a bit half and half. Because whatever. If I'm not mistaken, at the Writers Guild of America, at the Writers Guild of America, Don't Look Up won Best Original Screenplay. But if I'm not mistaken, Belfast didn't get nominated. Oh, here we go. The Writers Guild of America Awards. Who got nominated for Best Original Screenplay? Being the Ricardos, Don't Look Up, The French Dispatch, King Richard, and Licorice Pizza. So Don't Look Up at the Writers Guild beat Licorice Pizza. But I guess I'm guessing Kenneth Branagh is not a Writers Guild of America member, so he wasn't eligible to be nominated for the Writers Guild of America Awards. Because the WGA is very tough on that. Don't Look Up won that. But in the BAFTAs, which is a lot more like the Oscars than the other two, Licorice Pizza won. So this is tough. I'm thinking, even though I really don't want it to win, I'm thinking Licorice Pizza is going to win, because I saw Licorice Pizza. I really didn't like Licorice Pizza at all. But considering but then again, I don't know. It's so tough to predict here. I will say my choice out of all of these is Belfast. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I did like a calculation where it was like, but from last year up to 2010, like since 2010, six out between, I think in the span of like 10 or 11 years, the BAFTAs have agreed with the Oscars 6 times out of, hold on, I'm going to have to go on my Twitter, because I know I said this some other point, but I don't exactly remember when. Oops. Yeah. Let's go. Yesterday. Yeah, okay, I said this. I said, I'm guessing Licorice Pizza since it won the BAFTA. I hope to God not, but I hope for a BAFTA win. I hope for a BAFTA win. Then again, since 2010, the BAFTAs and the Oscars only agreed on 6 out of those years. But then I said, then again, the original screenplays the BAFTAs disagreed with the Oscars on were mainly European. For example, if I'm not mistaken, in the BAFTAs for 2014, The Grand Budapest Hotel won Best Original Screenplay. But at the Oscars, it was Birdman that won. And they were both competing against each other in both those awards. And there was also 2017, where in the BAFTAs, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which is written by a British writer, which was written by a British writer, won Best Original Screenplay, but at the Oscars, it went to Get Out. So, I'm thinking Licorice Pizza, so really, and it's not a concrete thing, but it's something I noticed. Usually when the BAFTAs disagree with the Oscars on Best Original Screenplay, the original screenplays the BAFTAs choose are usually written by British writers or have British themes. Or here's another good example: 2018, in in the BAFTAs, The Favorite won Best Original Screenplay, but in the Oscars, it went to Green Book. So yeah, as far as I know, Licorice Pizza is I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Paul Thomas Anderson is American. Yep. So yeah, I think we're gonna be expecting Paul Thomas Anderson's first Oscar to go to Licorice Pizza, even though I really didn't like that movie. I'm again fingies crossed for Belfast, but I think we're looking at a Licorice Pizza win here. Best Directing. Belfast, Kenneth Branagh. Drive My Car, Ryusuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car. Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson. The Power of the Dog, Jane Campion. And West Side Story, Steven Spielberg. Still mad that Denis Villeneuve didn't get a nomination here. What the fuck? But this is easily Jane Campion's category to win. She's going to win this. She's been sweeping up all the awards, so she's going to win. But my pick out of these would be Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. I thought that movie was stupidly, the directing in that movie was so good that it was stupid. It's almost unfair how good the directing in that movie was. So yeah, and then we get to Best Picture. We have Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. Initially, when the Oscar nominations were announced, I would have told you The Power of the Dog was going to win this easily. But now it's looking like Coda is going to win Best Picture at the Oscars. Because there's been this, because over the course of award season, for some reason Coda, which at the time on Gold Derby was only at number 7 of the most predicted, of the highest predicted Best Picture nominees, so it wasn't even considered a clear frontrunner to be nominated for Best Picture, and now it's shot up to the top of the top as to who's going to win. Because if I'm not because. Again, the bubbling around Coda started going. It's could Coda actually win Best Picture? And wouldn't you know it, at the Producers Guild of America Awards, Coda won. Let me see here. Let me look at this. Let me look at this thing real quick. Yeah, let's look at. Let's see if we can find where the Producers Guild Awards are here. Yep. Here we go. The nominees for Best Picture at the Producers Guild of America Awards were Being the Ricardos, Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, The Power of the Dog, Tick Tick Boom, and West Side Story. And at the Oscars, Being the Ricardos and Tick Tick Boom have been replaced by Drive My Car and Nightmare Alley. But, again, but Coda won the Producers Guild of America Award for Best Picture. I'm not saying that makes it a complete lock, because if I'm not mistaken, I think The Power of the Dog has beaten Coda at the... Hell, I don't even think Coda was nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Picture Drama, but it got... Well, no, I think maybe it was. No, it was the BAFTAs it wasn't nominated for. But, Power of the Dog beat Coda at the Golden Globes, and Power of the Dog beat it at the Producers Guild. No, not the Producers Guild, the Critics' Choice Awards. And Coda didn't even get nominated for the Best Picture, the Best Film BAFTA. But we could be seeing a Coda Best Picture win at the Oscars. Again, because there's a lot more buzz going around Coda. Out of all the Best Picture nominees, and you know what? I might as well rank them. Here you go. You get a ranking of the Best Picture nominees for me. From worst to best. Worst at number 10 is yeah, at number 10, the worst for me, in my opinion, is Licorice Pizza. I thought it was really going nowhere. Um, I thought the romance was kind of weird, considering it's like a 25 or 26-year-old woman dating a 16-year-old boy, or like a high school, or like some high schooler, and it's like, ugh. It felt kind of weird, and the movie just kind of felt like it was padding. At number 9, Nightmare Alley. I just thought the movie, again, um, it's a movie, like, Nightmare Alley is about, you know, uh, fake psychics, like people who like, or well, just or really just psychics, because you know how psychics will like try to, speak to your dead ones or your dead loved ones or whatever, but it's really all just bullshit. That's all. That's what Nightmare Alley is all about, which sounds interesting. Which sounds interesting. God, I can't speak today. But it's really slow paced, and these things take a long, and like the mind reading things take a long time. It's like, oh god, it's going on for too long. Jesus. Number 8, Don't Look Up. I like Don't Look Up, and I would have thought it was great had it not been for that horrible mid-credit scene. Like, the mid-credit scene was so, I swear to God, it is like the worst mid-credit scene I've seen ever in my life, and it's so goddamn stupid. I was honestly flabbergasted as to how bad it was. But again, overall, I like Don't Look Up, but number 7, The Power of the Dog. I really like The Power of the Dog. I don't love it, though. I don't think I wouldn't nominate it for Best Picture. But again, I thought it was a very strong film. Number 6, King Richard. Of course, Will Smith is great in it. But again, I really like the film. I wouldn't nominate it for Best Picture. But, again, I really liked it. I thought, like, it's a wholesome movie. Number 5, this is where we start getting into the great ones, where, obviously, number 5 and number 4, I did nominate for Best Film of 2021 at the, Hannahcast Movie Awards, but I still think they're great. So at number 5, that's where I put Coda. Coda's greatly, really funny for what it is, but it's also like really touching. It's easily the most feel good movie out of all these movies, and honestly, maybe you could argue maybe that's why it's winning Best Picture, because after a couple of really terrible years of COVID, this nice uplifting Coda movie would probably seem appropriate. Things are starting to get back to normal. Ironically, I think like quite a few people caught COVID at the BAFTAs. Oh God! Again, people, stay safe out there. Please get vaccinated and wear a mask in public when you can. Trust me, it works. The mask fucking works like a charm. I've literally not gotten sick. I've not gotten like even a cold or anything since I started wearing the mask. But yeah, regardless. And number 4, that's where I put Drive My Car. I really, really like, I thought Drive My Car was great. I was finally able to finish it. Even though it's like 3 hours long, and trust me, when I saw the 3 hour long running time, I was like, oh god. But no, the movie actually moves at a brisk pace. It's actually, like, it's a very therapeutic feeling film. Number 3, Belfast. I thought Belfast was again, a very feel-good movie. Ironically enough, even though it's dealing with very heavy subject matter. And honestly, the movie looks gorgeous. It's acted wonderfully. The writing is sweet. It's just a great movie. I love Belfast. Number 2 is Dune for me. Out of these Best Picture nominees, Dune. I love Dune so much. And this is only like the first half of the book, so I can't wait to see where part 2 goes. But this is an epic. This is a truly epic film. It is just huge, and include that with like some of the best visual effects we've seen in recent memory. Is just an incredible technical achievement, and again, it's written very well. It's directed incredibly well. So yeah, oops. And number 1 for me, the one I would choose to win Best Picture is West Side Story. West Side Story, again, Steven Spielberg managed to turn an already beloved film into a classic, into a new already took in the original West Side Story, and this one's even better. Like, it has even stronger direction, stronger cinematography, stronger acting, stronger representation. Uh, the choreography is vicious. Everything about this is better than the original in every single way conceivable. Uh, Good God. Even going as so far to, the way the movie would switch around some songs. Like, for example, the song, Boy, Boy, Crazy Boy, stay cool, get cool, boy, got a rocket in your pocket, keep coolly cool, boy. Like, that song, because in the original West Side Story, that song took place after the Rumble, and the Jets were trying to, keep cool because they didn't want the police to get suspicious of anything. Whereas in this, it takes place before the Rumble, and it's about, Tony trying to convince Riff to not bring a gun to the Rumble because that's only going to make things so much worse. And, well, if you've seen the movie, but yeah, I'm hoping West Side Story wins, although it's not going to. It's going to be Coda, and if it's not going to be Coda, it's going to be The Power of the Dog. So, yeah, those are my predictions for the for this year's Oscars. Again, I'm not going to watch the Oscars this year in protest, but I will talk about the winners, and I'm talking about the nominees. So, yeah, and just to briefly go over these again. International feature, I think it's gonna be Drive My Car. A documentary feature, Summer of Soul. Documentary short subject, Queen of Basketball. Live action short, The Long Goodbye. Animated short, Robin Robin. Animated feature film, Encanto. Original song, and I'm going by predictions here, not necessarily the hopes. I mean, I guess right now I can go for the hopes. My prediction for animated feature film is Encanto. My hope to win is Mitchells vs. the Machines. Original song, my prediction and my hope to win is No Time to Die. Best original score, my prediction and my hope to win is Dune. Best sound, my prediction to win is Dune. My hope is No Time to Die. Best visual effects, my hope and my prediction is Dune. Makeup and hairstyling, my hope is probably Coming to America, but I think it's going to go to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Still not going to complain over that, because it's still great. Best costume design, my hope and my prediction is Cruella. Production design, my hope and my prediction is Dune. Film editing, my hope is Tick Tick Boom, and I'm thinking it could be Tick Tick Boom. Although if not, it could probably go to King Richard. Or Dune, who knows. Cinematography, my hope is West Side Story, although I think it's going to go to Dune. Best actress in a supporting role, my pick and my prediction is Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. Actor in supporting role, my prediction is Troy Kotsur for Coda. My pick is probably Cody Smith McPhee for The Power of the Dog, but only by only slightly. Best actress in a leading role, my prediction is Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, although my hope, my personal pick is Kristen Stewart. Actor in a leading role, this is going to go to Will Smith. My prediction is Will Smith, but my hope is Denzel Washington. Adapted screenplay, my prediction to win is Coda, although my pick would be Dune. Original screenplay, my prediction is probably Licorice Pizza, but I'm hoping for Belfast. Directing, I'm hoping it's Steven Spielberg, although it's going to be Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. And Best Picture, I'm hoping West Side Story wins, but it's probably going to go to Coda. And there you have it, guys. Those are my predictions and my picks for who should win who should win at the 94th Oscars this year. And again, like I said, I am not watching the Oscars because, well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But yeah, all these controversies, I'm just like, no, they've lost their way. The Academy needs new leadership. ABC is a liability to them. They just need a complete restructuring of leadership and just so yeah, guys. So yeah, who do you hope wins in the categories for this year's Oscars? Who do you hope wins, and who are your predictions? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of future videos. And if you want to see more, click this.